Harry's betrayal. The royal family in crisis. The British royal family is engulfed in a fiery storm of public outrage, with millions of riots demanding an end to the protection of Harry. As an expert on royal affairs, I am here to provide you with the latest updates on Kate Middleton and her family. Stay tuned and thank you for joining me today. Harry's refusal to take accountability and constant blame shifting is alarming. Can you recall a single moment where he has shouldered the responsibility and apologized for his actions? It's doubtful. We mustn't overlook his actions by attributing them to mere naivety or mental disability. Harry needs to own up to his poor decisions and stop placing the blame solely on Meghan. The palace's PR machinery has masterfully crafted an image of Harry as likable and relatable. However, I refuse to believe that he is a passive bystander in his own life, manipulated by external forces. He willingly participates in the controversy he generates. In fact, I find him even more culpable than Meghan. Harry has shamelessly profited from betraying his own family. While the royal family is far from perfect, Harry did not endure an abusive upbringing. His portrayal of his childhood as restrictive rather than abusive indicates that he has always been loved. Yet, he has callously thrown everyone who cared for him under the bus. It is utterly despicable that he refuses to acknowledge his own mistakes and constantly shifts the blame. His toxic wife is undoubtedly a negative influence, but Harry is equally toxic, if not more so. He willingly contributes to unnecessary stress during his grandparents' final moments. It is baffling how Charles has not completely severed ties with him. The palace's PR machine cannot save Harry from himself. They cannot compel him to mature or see reason. At the end of the day, Harry is a miserable, entitled, petty, small-minded, and jealous man. Meghan didn't make him this way. She merely gave him permission to exhibit these traits. Truly, they are a match made in misery. A royal expert aptly observes, Harry is so out of touch that he perceives criticism as abuse, even when it is warranted. His manipulation of the concept of democracy to suit his own interests is hypocritical. How audacious of him to play that card while being part of a monarchy. Growing up as a second child in a castle with only one sausage does not justify his decisions. He chose to marry Meghan. He chose to leave the institution. And he made a conscious decision to air private matters about the family he abandoned. He truly is a disgrace. I am dismayed by the tendency to infantilize Harry. He is approaching 40 and should be held accountable for his actions. While Meghan may have manipulated and taken advantage of him, he remains responsible for his abusive behavior towards his own family. We know that Meghan plotted and schemed, but Harry had the power to reject contributing to a book that shames and blames his family, especially during his grandmother's battle with cancer. He had the choice not to fabricate lies about his family's alleged racism. Numerous articles highlight Harry's terrible behavior from decades ago, suggesting that he has always been a terrible human being. The only difference now is that he has Meghan's discount PR, whereas before, he had the best PR money could buy. He is a scumbag who married a scumbag. The palace and the British press have skillfully marketed him as a fun-loving, down-to-earth rebel prince. This successful branding campaign has allowed him to be forgiven for everything he does. But let us not forget that this is just Harry's public facade. Charles finds himself in a dilemma, as experts point out. If he takes a strong stance against or punishes Harry, he risks being portrayed as cold, unloving, and ruthless, further fueling Harry's victim narrative. However, if Charles remains silent, he fails to address the situation adequately. The question remains, what should Charles do? One insider suggests, Charles can permanently remove Harry's HRH title. Parliament needs to intervene and remove his titles, line of succession, and councillors of state. New positions for councillors of state were created, specifically naming Edward and Anne, to avoid relying on Andrew and Harry. Charles loves his son, and he always will. However, he won't publicly condemn him. King Charles has already taken steps by removing Harry from crown property and cutting off his financial support. Other than strategically removing Harry from every picture of the royal family, there isn't much more Charles can do. The responsibility now lies with the government to take decisive action. Their failure to do so reflects their weakness and they will have to answer for it. Thank you for staying with me throughout this video. I hope you found it engaging and insightful. Please share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more captivating updates. This is Scandal Royal Family, signing off.